Welcome back to Central Valley Business. I'm your host today, Mike Briggs, and we feature businesses, services, events, clubs, organizations, things you need to know about that are going on in Fresno and the Valley. We have some special guests today from Trans Emotion.
Correct, Trans Emotion.
What is Trans Emotion?
Trans Emotion is a support group as well as a social group which focuses on transgender individuals and opens and welcomes anybody who falls under that transgender umbrella.
Now, let's say you're from Clovis, which I am, and you don't know what this transgender thing is. Mm-hmm. How would you begin to describe that?
Transgenderism is anyone that falls under what society claims to be the norm of the gender binary. We actually break those rules. As far as genderism, we have self-expression, mm-hmm. which we also have other forms of the transgender communities, which do from polyamorous to drag even falls under transgender, as well as what is the transsexual community, which are the ones that are in transition.
In transition. Now, I should have said Leon and Anaya.
That is correct.
Now, so is this, I mean, forgive me for not going, a lot of people probably have questions, and people I've met who are trans, I say, this doesn't come with an instruction book. We don't know what we're supposed to say and do. And so maybe through these shows, people could become a little more knowledgeable about what's going on. And people are always afraid of what's different from them. And
everyone's worried about being politically correct.
Yes, true.
Yes. Uh-huh.
So would a trans person be, say, a woman trapped in a man's body or a man trapped in a woman's body? Is that a fair description, Anaya?
I would believe so.
Okay. And is that always the case? Or do some people just prefer to dress different?
Some people actually prefer to be neutral, gender neutral. I myself identify as what's known as transgender fluid, which there are certain times when I feel more masculine, and I'll portray these out of my characteristics, and sometimes I'm more feminine, and that'll be also, and just it floats like a water ball.
So trans wouldn't always be that you would wear the garments of the opposite sex?
Not necessarily.
Okay. So right there, one thing dispelled that I always thought. I thought trans always meant they were dressed as.
No, actually, it also, in particular, the individual themselves. However they feel that they want to express is what we identify them as.
So you're a support group, so not everybody in your group is trans, perhaps, but people who want to support or be there for a family member or a friend?
Yes, we have some parents. We also have some allies in the group that just want to volunteer their time in our groups, also get a better understanding of from trans individuals, what it's like.
And how many people are involved in your group or organization?
Oh my goodness. We have in total about 250 active members that come and go within the group, within the socials and the support groups. So you always get a fresh face every time.
Now, we try to be politically correct. I knew a man for years, and in time he transitioned, and one day he said, you know, call me she now instead of he. So I guess people, is it always fast? Is it always slow?
Anaya?
Being a trans woman myself, you can't really say there's a specific time limit for any one person because we're all different and we all have different things that we feel we need to complete said transition. So to answer your question, I wouldn't necessarily say that there's a fixed time, but that it varies.
Now, and do you find, I mean, this is new to a lot of people. I mean, is it insulting when people aren't sure, or do you help people through understanding how to address you and treat you, or do you expect as soon as you meet somebody they should know exactly what to do?
No, actually, there are a lot of people that are very understanding, very patient, that also offer help. They'll actually let you know how they identify and how they want to be addressed, rather. And they're very patient. I've known a few transitioned individuals that actually, for a whole year, they help out other people to identify them as they see fit to be identified as.
And are you still finding a lot of resistance in society or prejudices? Or
there is some. Some people do it out of spite. But we do find, and Anaya can actually confirm with me on this, that a lot of society is now more accepting. And they actually ask questions because they want to learn, they want to understand, and they want to accept us as our trans selves.
Anaya, do you find the questions okay? Are they belittling or embarrassing?
I believe that varies as well. There are some that are merely educational, and then there are some that, as Leona said, spiteful. But if it's in the educational sense, then no, by all means ask away.
It's comfortable enough then.
I'd rather you ask and know than leave empty-handed.
Fair enough. Well, there you have it right here, and let's talk business. What if somebody wants to get involved in the group or needs support or feels they're in some sort of transition? Can they reach you? How can they reach you?
Yes, by all means, reach us on our Facebook page. We have Trans Emotions on Facebook. We also have a group on Facebook that we can be reached, as well as a phone number.
Well, let's start with the Facebook.
Facebook is www.facebook.com/transemotion. And we also have the Transemotion closed group. So you'll when you look for that particular title, you'll find both of them
Okay.
right away.
And did you say there's a web page too? Or?
Yeah. We try to steer away from that one because it's
go to the
it's
Facebook.
under construction. It's
Go to the
best
Facebook. If you have a question, a concern, I mean, maybe they're embarrassed to ask you a question. Maybe they could ask it through the Facebook.
They can ask it, as well as instant message individuals that are on there, and we will reply as soon as possible.
Okay. Leon, anything else to add? I tend to brush through these interviews so fast, and Chuck Leonard's been saying, Mike, slow down, let your guests talk, and let them conclude.
Actually, Anaya and I are here to invite the community to come out to an event coming up in November. It's called Transgender Day of Remembrance. We're having a community unity event where we're having a resource fair. We're having haircuts, nail polishings done by Lyles College of Beauty. We have food, live entertainment. We're there to unify the community in transgenderism, which actually crosses all boundaries of ethnicities.
And where will this be?
This will be over at the Holistic Center over on Kings Canyon and Winery for
Kings
November
Canyon
22nd.
November 22nd, and that's not Thanksgiving.
No, it's
It's a
not.
Saturday?
It's on a Saturday,
Okay.
and it's going to be rain or shine. So we're going to have over
Holistic
40
Center.
resources there.
I learned something new. There's a holistic center. I didn't know that either. So,
Yeah.
Kings Canyon Winery.
Yes,
It will be all day long.
It'll be in the evening from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m.
Is there a cost to get in?
No, it's completely free.
Children, parents?
It's family oriented. So we do have some children's entertainment there as well.
Anaya, anything else from you? Are we leaving anything out?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay, so what's the name of the event?
Transgender Day of Remembrance.
Day of Remembrance, November 22nd, over at Kings Canyon Winery, and it's free.
Yes, and we're also looking for sponsors or anybody who would like to volunteer.
Well, go to their Facebook page, Facebook
at Transemotion
Transemotion. Facebook is it /Transemotion?
/Transemotion.
Okay, and anyway, there you have it. Thank you for watching this segment. This segment and many of our segments are reposted on our YouTube site. Go to YouTube, type Central Valley Talk, all one word with no spaces. Or if you're watching on Central Valley Talk, go to our YouTube page and you can rewatch this or many of the select interviews that we post on that page. We'll be back with more right after this.